we have another match in progress. We just moved him up to the feature table. We have Michael Wilson, who you saw in round 1 on White Black Zombies, versus Ryan Luketich, which is on Ramanop Red. Michael won round 1 with his White Black Zombies list, which we saw before. And this is game 2. Ryan has taken the play and will be starting shortly. They are currently resolving mulligans. Looks like Ryan kept his 7, and Michael is figuring out if he's keeping his. And again, this is round 2, game 2. Ryan up 1 game. Michael up 1 game. Another aggro deck, it looks like, but down a game. I guess the tapping effects do take a lot of toll on card disadvantage cards like the 4-3 Minotaur and things like that. It's like Michael is mulling to 6.
Yeah, so Ryan, if he's got like a stock build, just wants to play as fast as possible. He's going to have some Hazarats. A lot of the stuff that we saw actually in the previous match. Probably no scrap heaps in this one though, but a lot of similar
claim to fame,
stuff.
though, so I'm not really into it.
That was so good though.
Dude, that claim
oh my
to fame
gosh,
was sweet.
It was so good.
Yeah. Also, like, Undying Stamina, plus 2/0, return the creature.
Boy,
when
it's
it
a
dies.
card.
I never really gave that card second thought, but it blanks removal real hard.
Oh, yeah. So,
Looks like
Michael looking at his 6er. Oh,
and
no.
I don't think he got a land there, so he's mulling to 5.
Gross. Yep.
That's unfortunate.
So yeah, again, everyone, we are Moonbase Market. We're located in Soulard District in St. Louis, Missouri. We're here promoting our players. That's why we have the face cams. If you are in the area, come on down, check us out. We have 1,000,005 cards, I think, at last count.
I just
in
bought
stock.
one, so we're at
1,000,004. Well, we just got a trade in, so
oh, great.
there we go.
My bad. So while we're waiting for these sideboards, for these mulligans to resolve, I wanted to ask you a question. We can come back to it later. What is your favorite deck you've ever played in the history of Standard?
Boy, in Standard.
Yeah. Not Modern, not Legacy. Like, you played a block in Standard, and that was, like, the deck where you're like, oh, wow.
So in Scars of Mirrodin Standard, there was a little man that could. His name was Pure Steel Paladin.
I'm aware.
Ooh, and the hotness. It was like, so that's whenever I very first started playing. It looks like we have a game going on. But that's whenever I first started playing. Oh, Fanbearer.
That is amazing, and it's going to get killed.
Yeah.
Shock.
Oh, and he's got his foil, so he's played this deck before.
Yeah, foil shocks. Wow.
So, you know.
The hotness.
Yep. So 1 damage there. But yeah, that deck was sweet. Pure Steel was and is still nuts. Yes, I agree, Warlock.
Do you remember what was his name? The white guy from Amonkhet. They played it in Modern, the Pure Steel Paladin deck that was playing him as well.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, I can't think of his name.
People were talking about how that was broken and going to change the format forever.
Oh, my gosh, and hearing a Braid on the Fanbearer. So
wow.
Ryan has all the removal, apparently.
Ryan does not want to be doing 1-for-1, I feel like, removal spells on these creatures, though.
Saram, absolutely. Thank you, Warlock.
We were not going to get that without your help, Warlock.
Absolutely not. So a swamp here for Michael.
What do you think? A Accursed? Looks like he's got...
I can't tell what that is. Is that a... Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Gifted Aetherborn. Lifelink Death Touch.
Great
Pretty
card
good.
in this matchup. Is it going to eat another Braid? Wow, it does. All right, that is 3 creatures played and 3 removal spells.
Well, I mean, I was going to bring it up on camera, but...
It's a black Aetherborn with Death Touch and Lifelink.
Yep.
It's dead now.
It's, yeah.
That's a Skullscar Mage. It looks like he has the black-white uncommon, that Wayward Zombie or something.
Yep.
The one that drains life when...
Yep.
Yeah, and he's playing it. And is this going to eat another removal spell? No, he has 2 Sun Switch. I don't think that would...
He might now, but...
Warping Whale is no longer around.
Card's really good.
And it does.
Yep.
That is a Magma Jet.
Magma Spray.
Magma Spray, thank you.
It exiles it. So
Yep.
don't know if that's relevant in
Man,
this matchup.
that is... It's a lot of removal for Ramanop Red. I guess he might have brought it in.
Yeah, this is game 2, everyone. So anyone that's confused, this is game 2. We were kind of surprised that last match went so fast. 9 turns.
9 turns in a match.
So this is still round 2. That's why we got it so quick. We replaced a quick matchup, apparently, with another quick matchup.
That is the...
Ashes of the
Ashes of the
Abhorrent.
Abhorrent. So the Graveyard Hate card from the set. It's going to stop a few synergies that Ramanop Red might have. And that is the Rampaging...
Ferocidon. Yes. Rampaging.
Ferocidon, which is a 3/3 menace. Creatures deal damage to their controller, and you can't gain life, which is going to be really good against Michael's life gain drain. Mono red control. Who got game 1? Michael got game 1. Warlock. Ryan, it looks like he has boarded a significant portion of these cards in. And we're bringing up that Rampaging Ferocidon. It's a great Magic card. Currently, just a great hate card. Because a lot of hate cards are usually not good enough to be played by themselves. And this Rampaging Ferocidon.
Oh, yeah.
It's good enough to stand alone in just about any red deck.
Again, Menace. Just
completely ruin certain deck stays. Like the white-black tokens list that gains 1,000,000 life.
Yeah, and it's got splash damage against Approach of the Second Sons because they can't gain their 7 life. So
yeah, it makes their it keeps the throttle down basically.
Oh
on
yeah.
them. And
So
that
that's
is a
Lightning Strike.
Lightning Strike.
Lightning Strike your face, trigger here.
Prowess trigger.
Just going in with the beats here is Ryan.
This is a little bit of an odd match, I'll be honest. We saw 4 removal spells for 4 creatures played in a row.
Yep.
I wouldn't say that's overly normal. Michael finds whatever card he drew hilarious. Very excited to see what it is.
Rune Raider, maybe?
Rune Rider?
Oh.
No. It is... It is the rare Sword Point Diplomacy, where Ryan is going to... Sorry, trying to remember what... One word. Ryan is going to basically select some of these cards for him to draw and lose life if he doesn't. Yeah. With the top 3 cards of your library, for each of those cards, put that card into your hand unless your opponent pays 3 life. Then exile the rest. Huh. I've never seen that card be played before. Thoughts, Alex, on Sword Point Diplomacy being played?
I've never seen that card being played before.
Well, Michael's deck is full of surprises. This is our second time seeing it, and we are seeing something new every time. And it looks like Ryan got there. Meaning we're going on to Game 3.
Best 2 words in Magic.
Game 3.
There we go. Brr, 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 brr.
I actually thought about it before you told me that, and I was going to say Shahrazad Resolves, question mark.
That's probably the worst two. So our players here gonna start sideboarding up for game 3.
Michael being on the play, I assume he's going to try taking the tempo, gaining a little bit of ancillary life with some of those zombies.
The gain and drain train.
Do you remember white-black allies and how people thought that was going to be the next big thing?
In like Battle for Zendikar
Battle for
Standard?
Zendikar Standard.
Yeah.
And if you ever played white-black allies chat in Standard, especially if you played the mirror match, it involved you and your opponent modifying your notepad around 70 times in the game, and then you looking down, time being called in game 1, and you're both at 22 life.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah, good talk.
We just might as well have both taken a loss here.
Might as yeah. So yeah, back to favorite Standard decks. You were talking about Pure Steel.
So, yeah, so this deck was super sweet. It was whenever I very first started playing like constructed FNMs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it played stuff like just, I think I played like Argentum Armor.
Nice.
And there was Stoneforge Mystic, so it's pretty good.
That's a good Magic card.
Yeah, that's pretty
Turns
good.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like tempo cards like Unsummon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like white, blue, tempo, aggro.
Sounds
It ran really well when you had Pure Steel, because you just played a cheap artifact or equipment, draw card, and
Play
do
another
that
one.
a million times. But whenever you didn't, it just died.
I feel like that's the story of most Pure Steel Paladins.
Yeah, right. Well, now thanks to Saram,
Yeah, you have 8 Pure Steels.
the dream is alive in Modern still.
My favorite Standard deck. So I started playing back in like Kamigawa block, and I played off and on for a long time.
Okay.
But my favorite Standard deck of all time was actually recently, and it was red-green land destruction during 4 and 5 color Standard when we had fetch lands.
Oh yeah,
and
Cons block
Yeah.
standard, sure.
And I was just tired of my store's meta was incredibly Abzan Blue or Jeskai Dark or
So it's just
5 color Bring to Light. and stuff
Tier
like that.
1,
Just the tier 1 stuff.
tier 1
And
garbage.
I started bringing this in, and I 4-0'd. I just kept 4-0ing.
Hey, if it works.
Because land destruction and really, really hard land hate on terrible mana bases just destroyed people, and they hated me for it. I loved that list. Was definitely not the best. It might be one of the worst Standard decks I ever kept bringing out, but it was just one of those meta-dependent calls. And my only win conditions were 3 of Dragonlord Atarka and 2 of Omnath Locus of Rage.
That's
also,
awesome.
I could lay some beats with some Guilt Leaf Elves, the 2/1s for 2 that tap for green, or some Rattleclaw Mystics. But besides that,
Card was so good.
that's all I had. I was going to blow up your land on turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, until you didn't have any. I played Outpost Sieges.
Oh yeah, I remember all these cards.
One game
You're
I
jogging my
learned-
memory.
I learned the 3rd Outpost Siege, you put on the one that doesn't draw you cards. That's whenever a creature dies, you gain a life. Your opponent loses a life. And you played Spawning Beds, so you can start sacking off your Eldrazi tokens to like 6 your opponent out of nowhere. Look, this deck was sweet.
I believe you.
As sweet as a standard land destruction deck could be. Alright, looks like we're still sideboarding.
So, would you ever play Ponza in Modern?
I have played Ponza.
What do you think? Thoughts?
When you draw the right cards in the right order, it's unbeatable. And when you draw any other of those cards,
It's just absolute garbage.
it is so garbage.
No offense to any Ponza players out there, but
you're wonderful human beings. Mongolia Acid Moss is low-key meta. But no, Ponza's... If you want to play a land destruction deck, play Smallpox.
oh yeah, that deck is gas.
Yeah. Black-white Smallpox, you're going to have a great time.
All right, looks
You
like
are. No one else will.
looks like we have some Magic to
All
be
right, I'm
played.
back.
So, all right, draw some land. Draw
I'm
some
sh-
lands and spells. Lands and spells.
I was shocked, by the way, when you said that your favorite standard deck of all time was a blue-white deck.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, blown away.
Hey, it was an aggro deck though,
That is true.
so
You
those
could-
were
you-
the humble beginnings.
I don't know what I like yet, but I know what I like.
Literally. So,
All right, Michael will be going first. Hopefully he does not mull to oblivion.
yeah.
He mulled to 5 that last game. Played 4 creatures.
Well,
Just really unlucky. That is
So,
a Bromat
Bromat.
Courier.
both players going to drop to 19 because he tapped.
Ramanop Ret. Yeah.
That is what Ramanap Ruins
It is a
does, right?
Ramanop Ruins. He should be at 19 life. Yeah, we're going to get that fixed in just a second. It's hold on. The reason he's not at 19 life is because he tapped it for colorless mana instead of paying 1 life to pay red mana.
Both players just looked at me confused as I walked back down the steps.
Another Bomat Courier.
Oh,
and a shock killing
Pretty good. So yeah, he's just gonna take these 1-for-1s and just beat.
Yeah.
So now Ryan's pretty much negated the fact that Michael got to go first.
Yes.
So now it's like he got to go first.
Exactly. And as Bomats keep gathering cards, as he plays out the rest of his hand, obviously. Ooh, missed a land drop, actually. That's going to be...
That's rough.
That's rough. There's a lot of 3s in Michael's
He's
deck.
got a lot of 3s.
Yeah.
Rune Raider would be a card that he'd want to draw.
Territory Hammer Skull, just anything with a little bit higher toughness just to hold the fort down.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's great about Bomat is the more you play out your hand, the more cards you draw with these Bomat Couriers.
Yeah,
so
this red deck is a very good red deck.
Yes.
It has that late game that most red decks, they just play out all their cards and then they die in the late game.
Mm-hmm.
This red deck does not do that.
This deck can get there, especially with cards like Hazaret.
Not quite sure what that is. It's not Karizev, is it? No, he tapped
No,
1
it's not.
mana.
It's a raid creature that gives you a +1/+1 counter when you've already attacked. It's one of the pirates. I do not know its name. I've seen it in draft before, so.
That's why we keep you around. You know all the crazy fun-ofs.
I play a lot of draft. Fun-ofs, is that what you said?
Oh, yeah.
I like that. So yeah, if this is a Hazaret, this is going to be really hard
real
to
good.
beat.
Which
It's
it
a
is,
Hazaret.
naturally.
Naturally, of course.
So yeah, holding back the Courier because he doesn't want him to just block with no
He wants
red
to
up.
draw those 3 cards later. And he Undying Stamina's it. Again.
Wow, this card.
Ryan reading.
Yeah, and literally every time that card is cast, the opponent takes
The
a
opponent
second
is
to read
completely
it.
confused.
Yep.
Ryan is
Reading it again.
reading again. Trying to understand why he just got blown out by a Amonkhet draft rare.
Yeah, literally
draft.
the only reason I knew what that card was is because I got it played against me last night on Moto.
Yeah.
So,
Man,
like, I recognize the art.
I did realize that was not a trade either, though. Unfortunately for him, and he missed a land drop. I don't think Michael's gonna be able to come back from that.
Might be the swan song here for Michael.
Yeah, he's just gonna play out his hand, get Hazaret online.
Oh my gosh, Glorybringer.
Glorybringer.
9,
and
10, 11, 12.
Exert shooting it down.
Oh,
there's a lot of shuffling happening.
what are we doing?
He was showing the Glorybringer
Oh,
is
he's
exerted.
saying it's exerted now. Sure.
Yeah. And another card. 1 card left in Ryan's hand.
Yep. So 12 points of damage on that attack from Ryan.
Bantu's Last Reckoning off the top.
Bantu's Last Reckoning off the top.
Does not
would
do
real
it,
good.
actually, because Hazaret would still be alive. Yeah, that was
Wow.
vicious.
So,
looks like Ryan picked up the win
yeah.
on Michael's white-black aggro list again. That was an amazing curve out Ryan had, and Michael stumbling on lands. Didn't really have a chance there.
Yeah, that was rough for Michael. Just got, again, kind of get stuck up on mana there, having mana issues.
Mulligan to 5 in game 2.
Yeah.
And then stumbled on mana in game 3. That's a rough way to lose. But
Yep.
yeah. And that's all the removal he brought in. He brought in a Braids,
Jeez.
Magma Jet,
He drew all of it, too.
Frost on. Yeah, that game 2, he drew almost every card he sideboarded.
Must be. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I heard people are really good at Magic when they do that. It's like, wow, Stony Silence. That's a really good Magic card.
It is.
Congrats on drawing that. Like,
Yeah.
Leyline of Sanctity, wow. It must be nice to have that in your opening hand
Yeah.
as the burn player.
Or the.
All right, well, that is round 2. Michael losing, unfortunately, again, going to 0-2. Ryan going to 1-1.
Yep. So he's back in the thick of things here.
And again, we are at Moonbase Market on Soulard in St. Louis.
Yep. In Soulard, St. Louis, we have literally a million Magic cards in stock right now.
Yeah, we just sold 5.
Yep.
We're down to 1 million.
Yep.
We'll get more.
We promise. Bring your cards to us.
Yeah.
We will give you cash or credit for it.
Yeah.
So.
We're seeing in chat.
Where's the Legacy Fools?
Where's the Legacy at Fools? Legacy is actually happening right now. They're flying through their rounds.
Yeah. We are focusing on Standard tonight. This is actually our first Standard